Hi ladies and gentlemen, today is May 20th, 2015, and this is just a short video as the others that I've been putting up lately, just to let you know that I am out and about. I wanted you to know I was on the Pete Santilli Show today. The link is down below, and the primary subject is Jade Helm because I am very concerned about what this means in the overall picture. Whenever militaries do exercises, it's to show the enemy that, or the people they consider to be the enemy, that they are prepared. And number two, a drill covers for an actual kickoff of an operation. And all militaries in all countries around the world know this. And we as citizens should understand that there is a problem with a unconventional warfare psychological operation being conducted on American soil, especially at this expansive type of nature that this thing is. It says a lot, and I hope that looking at the big picture you understand that. One person wrote into one of my videos and said, as a lot have, "Oh, nothing's going to happen, I'll see you in September." Hey, my friends, it's already happened. Tyranny is here. It's just a matter of semantics, and I've said that before. How far are they going to push it? Well, it's going to go a long way, a lot further than it's gone yet. Will it happen this summer? I don't know, but the prepositioning of equipment and personnel and operational capabilities is definitely occurring. Is it for civil unrest? Is it for ISIS? Is it for this? Is it for that? Those are probably the cover reasons, the provocations that they can get started to justify it. But in the end, they've already said who they're after. Christians, vets, gun owners, basically people who believe and sustain the Constitution of the United States and the principles as they were enumerated in the Declaration of Independence. In other words, people who have the law of liberty, the love of liberty in their hearts. That's who they're after. You've got to understand that. So getting back on what we're discussing here on Pete Santilli, I want you to know that there have already been operational procedures against individuals by members of the Jade Helm military and interagency people that are involved in this. There have been a number of us who have had encounters with them within the last 2 weeks. And it's not something that's coming in July. It's already here. They're already doing these things. All right, and I hope you understand that this isn't being an alarmist. You know, I have situational awareness. I was trained in situational awareness, and I'm hoping that you people, and I talk about that a little bit in this interview with Pete, that you apply situational awareness, learn about the countermeasures against surveillance, and do as much as you can, because they are doing it. It's what the fusion centers are about. It's about the NSA collecting data. General Cleveland said he's going to, what did he say? He's going to operationalize the homeland. That's it. They're talking about doing all of this, and they're not going after the ISIS camps. They're not. The borders are wide open. They're not going after the criminals. They've said who they believe are their enemy, and that's the people, as I've said just a few minutes ago, that believe in the Constitution and the principles of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Don't want to belabor that. Again, I want to say that there have been some indications, and not indications but actual proof, that the collection of data is now being checked by on-the-ground recon teams. At the very least, that's what they're doing. They're basically looking at certain individuals at this point, and they're making sure that the data that they have on them matches their day-to-day habits, what they do. It's happening. It's happening right now. Does that mean they're going to grab them? It could just be an exercise on different people to see what happens. But remember, once you plan on something, once these people get it down to the brass tacks, they can make their move. And the NDAA taking people off the streets provisions may happen. It's unconstitutional, it's illegal, it's immoral, it's criminal, but our government is illegal, immoral, and criminal. All you gotta do is look at the news today and see how many things are going on. From Fast and Furious that's happened, to the situation with the IRS, the situation with the NSA, wiretapping, their metadata collection, the situation with Benghazi. I mean, I can't even name it all in a short video. So again, they are out reconning, verifying their data that they've collected on everybody through these spying programs. They're exercising the fusion centers, not just on the exercise people that are in the exercise, but on actual targets. I know that for a fact. Okay, so just a warning to everybody: increase your situational awareness, understand about surveillance countermeasures, do as much as you can. And you guys and girls, again, I don't particularly like the girls in the military, and I always say that, but look, you've got to understand, you've got to apply the principles of the Constitution, even if your bosses will not, because we're going down. This whole thing is going to turn into a Stasi state, and then worse. You have to apply the principles of the Constitution, unless, of course, you're actually a co-conspirator. You're actually inside the group that wants this to happen, that wants to take this country down, at least the country that has long stood for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's your moral responsibility. It's your spiritual responsibility. And if you turn your back on it and merely follow orders, you will be judged by the great eternal. You will. Whether you believe that there's an actual entity like that, or just the power of the universe, the idea of karma, if you will. It will come back on you for doing this. Don't. Stand up for the constitutional principles and the Declaration of Independence, those principles. Read it. I'll bet you most of you guys in the military and the police have never read it. Read them, please. Read them. And then act accordingly, unless you don't believe in those principles. At least then you won't be a hypocrite if you go out and do the things that they want you to do. All right. Again, the point of this video, and basically the interview with Pete, is the fact that they are exercising on individuals. They have their on-the-ground teams checking the data that they've been collecting on people, figuring out their habits, verifying by reconnaissance. Will they grab people? I don't know, but the capability will be there, and you must apply. If you're active, if you're out here trying to, tell the world about what's happening, you're a target. So, situational awareness and surveillance countermeasures. Maybe even escape and evasion. All right, I hope you listen to the show. Again, it's on the link below. Out here.